And look at this. I've got a leak in the tire. Now, some people would fix the tire. I'm going to just go order a tire right now. So yesterday was the original test, the first test of the new tank bag, the GIVI tank bag, and way better than the other one, and I don't think it's going to, well, no chance, hopefully it will scratch the paint. But the one thing I didn't like after looking at the footage and editing it down is the radar detector was way higher than it had to be. It really doesn't have to be that high. Now another thing I learned years ago from making that carbon fiber windshield for the FZR, for that bike, what happened is I had the radar detector completely behind a carbon fiber windshield. It still picked up front and back. So I don't know, you know, so what I thought is maybe I don't need it that high. It'll just be nicer in terms of the footage that I can see over the front better. But if I have to go back to the old system, that's okay too. But this worked out to be a nice thing. Now, one little thing I noticed, and I don't know if this is going to be a problem or not, is there's a very slight movement to this. Now, and it's not a bad thing, but I don't know if all of them. I'm going to have to look at some of the other people that have these bags, and it's kind of like you wish you could just take a screwdriver and tighten it up a little bit. Well, I have a couple of ideas of how I can do that, but I don't want to do it today because today looks like a perfect riding day. And we're supposed to have the next 3 days in a row. It's actually going to be in the 70s, just perfect riding weather. I want to test this with the new lower mount. Now, I did learn a lot of things about this in terms of where to put it. And originally, when I had the R1, I had it off to the side. I moved it places that I thought I would want it. And I always want it right here. Here's the simple reason. Sometimes I'll be coming up on a traffic stop or something where there's a lot of flashing lights, and I don't want that. I want that to go away, so I want to shut that off. So I think this will be a much improved thing. We'll find out. And then I want to find my next little project is for how to tighten up that mount, and I think I have an idea how I can do it. Of course, I'll try to share if I learn anything. A lot of times I spend a whole day, and what I learned is it was better the way it was than how I made it. But that's why we shoot the videos, and that's what makes them valuable if you're truly a person that wants to learn and wants to share and wants to make things as good as possible without a compromise. That's the whole purpose of the videos. So the way this worked out, I don't know what I did. I just put Velcro underneath it, Velcro underneath the screamer. If it gets loose, I can always run a couple of bolts down there, but really no reason to even do that. And of course, when you think of what a radar detector is, it's a radio. It's going to pick up radio frequencies. In a perfect world, it would be on top of your helmet, shooting way down the road. But in our case, we don't ride enough that I have to worry if something 2 miles away is going to get picked up. Where we're riding, I just like to know what's going on around me. And since, obviously these things are expensive, I think they're about $450 now. This is about $100. And this is, I just think, I'll sleep better at night having some kind of a restraint, just in case that little catch. And I know it's probably a high quality plastic, but it's still plastic. And I would think everything that's on that, if that were to jump off the bike and I was not able to save it, that's a lot of money there. And probably with the extra GoPro that's inside of there, this whole thing probably is $1,000 when you're done with it. And I know this whole GIVI thing is going to evolve to where I'm going to be happy with it. I'm happy with it already, but I know I can always fine tune it and make it a little bit better. And that's the part of motorcycling I enjoy, all the tinkering. If you just bought a bike and went out and ride it, a couple days later, well, I'd be bored anyway. Some people maybe not so much. Our little parts here have dried up. We just have to sand and buff them out. I may even get to do that in the next couple of days. And I do want to start researching out for the winter a windshield. Or the two choices are I could just leave this bike without a windshield and just ride the Ninja or the R1 all winter. Or, well, what am I talking about? I got 4 bikes with windshields. I don't know what I'm worried about. Maybe I'm just getting paranoid. But I would like to have, I really am not happy the way Yamaha designed that. And I know my little carbon things will make it better. Maybe not as good as it could be, but it's an ongoing process. Just like the GIVI bag, it's constantly fine-tuning. And as an example, it took me many years to get the R1 to where I was totally comfortable, and I just couldn't be happier with the way that panned out. And the 650, after I rode that the first couple times, I said, boy, was it ever worth doing that restoration. And once I get my fuel pump for the Yamaha, we can get back to putting him in a pitching rotation. But the problem is, when you buy a new bike, all you want to do is ride it until, well, I'm going to need a tire pretty soon, I could say that. This is the tire that comes with the bike, is really, and I don't know if I'm going to buy another one, but it's, or a Michelin, or Vlad suggested the Pirellis that he's using have better mileage. But I don't know how much of that mileage I want to trade away. I guess we're going to find out. And I still don't have a, can you believe this? I still don't have a license plate. I mean, it's ridiculous. The weather's supposed to be perfect. It's time to ride. Looks like I have a new customer at my feeder here. I don't know what's going on here. Hey.
And not a paying customer, a free customer.
Karen just told me the weather is going to be going into the 70s within an hour. So we are really looking, look at the sky. There's not a cloud in the sky. Not a lot of wind blowing. We really may not even have to deal with a lot of wind noise when we're shooting pictures. Wow. Let's get out on the open road.
So the day started off pretty nice. But of course, you never can predict how a day's going to go. There's some poor person had their house burned down here. Pretty depressing to see that. But after the cleanup here, we got out on the open road. I call that tunnel a tunnel of love because I love the roads on the other side.
So here's what we're waiting for, and this is one of the first ones I've seen. There are certain varieties of these hardwood trees. Pretty soon the whole area is going to be full of them. A little sneak preview.
And then we have what's known as the leaf peeping season. And what happens on the weekends, we get crowded roads. Now, I didn't know at what point in this day it was going to change. Seemed like a normal day, but you never know what's coming. And what happened somewhere in this ride, I picked up a nail. And you can tell the handling was getting a little mushy. But I guess I was just enjoying the day so much, I just wanted to ride.
Oh, what a beautiful day this turned out to be. Not a cloud in the sky. Oh my God. Just wonderful fall weather here in the Northeast.
Now, if I was smart, I would have checked to see what was going on. And I always do carry a tire gauge with me. It's on me. And when you have a new bike, you think, hey, what could possibly go wrong? But anyway, as the day went on, I knew something was wrong. And I thought when I get home, I'll thoroughly check all the bolts and nuts. But I knew something was coming. I just knew it. But I still wanted to enjoy this day because there's not many left. And at this point in the ride, I'm about 50 miles from home. But no matter what, that MT-09 draws you in. And I thought I better turn around and get my butt back home. I know I'm going to find something wrong with this bike when I get back to the house. But it's a brand new bike, so what could possibly go wrong? And I feel silly because I did have a tire pressure gauge with me. And I never thought I'd have a flat tire. But what was happening, air was coming out little by little. But now there's a lesson to be learned here, and I learned it well. Anytime the handling gets a little mushy, check the air in the tires. And I know I should have done that, but shame on me. So I took it easy on the ride home, knowing that something was a little off. I just didn't know what. And as I pulled into the driveway, I said, oh boy, I hope I can figure this out. Whoa. When I hit that bump, something didn't feel right.
Oh, it turned out to be a great day, and that new bag, the new GIVI bag, and of course the new position seems to have worked out better than I thought it would. But again, because we've got it attached with Velcro, heavy duty Velcro, we can change it in a minute's notice. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoy making them, and hey, I want to thank not only the healthcare workers. You see those firemen today? Wow. Those are people that risk their life for us. And I've had fires in my house, I know. So anyway, I do hope you enjoy watching these videos and joining us on the rides and sharing our life. And thanks for watching. So how lucky can you be? I just pull in the driveway and I'm wiping off the bike. And look at this. I've got a leak in the tire. Now, some people would fix the tire. I'm going to just go order a tire right now. Money is no object. I do not want to have, look at that, a flat tire. Bike's got a little over 3,000 miles on it. There's plenty of meat left on that tire, but look at that. Ah, lucky. Now, how lucky can you be? The luckiest thing in the world is that right now I'm in my garage when I figured this out. And I'll probably pick that up somewhere during the day, but there you go. There you go, baby. Look at that. Unbelievable. And that's why it pays to check things. This is a relatively, bike's not even 2 months old. And I've already had, well, there it is. So, I guess this was my lucky day. I got to go order a tire.
And that's part of what makes motorcycling the adventure it is. You just never, ever can predict what's going to happen when you go out on the open road. You get 50 miles from home, you pick up a nail, a stone, the tire starts leaking, you can't figure out, and it's on me. I should notice. This is not the first time this ever happened. I've had flat tires before, but I really was enjoying the ride so much. I really should have stopped and checked the tire. So maybe there's a lesson for you to learn there, or learn from my mistake. Anyway, again, I hope you did enjoy the video. I do enjoy making them. I enjoy sharing my life this way. I hope you enjoy it too. And of course, thanks so much for watching.